I don't know.
Hello, Damon. What's up, bro? Yep. Yeah. Yo, it's on YouTube. Yeah. I can watch your game. I can play my game. That's just a lot of game. Alright. Yo, Solo just came over. You know what happened. You know what happened. Something like that. You get another pen? Okay. Okay. You good? That's good.
I don't know if he was an 85. I think he was an 83 or 84, yeah.
Damon, let me know when you're streaming. Oh, you are. I don't see this shit, bro. Shenanigans.
Dick-nanigans.
You the Ravens? Yeah. Oh, nah. The Browns. Word. Um. Just making sure, Steve. Just making sure. Oh, face mask.
I'm gonna watch your stream while I'm on my stream. Oh, it's unranked. Oh, okay. You playing against someone? One of the guys from your leagues, you said? I did?
Nigga, catch that shit.
Yeah, that gamer tag does look familiar.
Is it?
He's bored. Yeah, everyone in the beginning of the season, before all the leagues started, everyone was running the Browns in head to head. And yeah, Odell, yeah, the team was kind of juiced for Madden.
Facts. That's a dope combo. Alright.
Welcome back. Now, today's segment is going to be the top mobile QBs of all time. And surprisingly, I've never been asked who my favorites were. So I put a list together. And this list is going to be a little confusing to some. Names you might not recognize, names you might recognize, but I think I pretty much Rangers. Donovan came in the game in an era where the mobile quarterback was starting to take shape and form. At Syracuse, he was amazing. When he got to Philadelphia, Andy Reid, Andy knew exactly how to use him. Play action, bootleg, get him on the
What was he
edge.
doing? Hold
And
on.
then Donovan would improvise in between. He didn't run as much towards the end of his career, became more of a pocket passer, but Donovan was good enough to manipulate defenses in
Stretch.
the run game. Number 6,
Stretch.
Dangerous. We don't call him
On
Dangerous
it.
Russell for no reason. Here's reasons why. Number 1, he can beat you from the pocket and make you sit back and play coverage. And then what he'll do,
Oh.
he'll turn his mobility on. Now, his biggest quality to me, his ability to move around in the pocket and manipulate the pocket and defend. You see him running circles around people, doing things that I've never seen other guys do or have the body type to do. Russell is dangerous. He doesn't run the fastest, but he runs with a great amount of precision. And he makes calculated risks. He don't take a lot of hits, and he knows how to get himself in and out of trouble. And that is a great quality as a runner. He's going to rank amongst this list for years. Number 5, my
Playing
favorite
Shakespeare?
quarterback of all time, Steve Young. Yes, I have to reiterate that again, and I will continue to do so as long as he make my top 7 list as we go throughout this season. But Steve made a run in like 1992 that I'll never forget versus the Minnesota Vikings. You'll have to Google it and pull it up. And that was something that I'd never seen before. Now, the fact that this was my favorite team growing up, I had a chance to analyze his game and break it down week after week. What I saw was a guy who was able to keep the chains moving by running the football and never really putting himself in harm's way, getting hit or getting hurt. But Steve was like a snake back there. He could slither through little cracks and crevices and put himself in a position to keep the chains moving, like I said before. Very elusive. Number 4,
I was there.
Randall Cunningham. Now, I got to pay homage to the great Randall Cunningham because Cunningham came up in an era where it was all about pocket passing. Randall Cunningham, tall in stature, long legs, didn't really look like he was fast, but he had deceptive speed. And if you think about the defenses, he played against some really good defenders in Lawrence Taylor, Carl Banks, Charles Mann from the Washington Redskins. And he was able to keep his team afloat by using his legs. Now, it was looked down upon, and it was different to watch Randall Cunningham rushing the football. But, like I said with Steve, people started to gravitate to it. They understood it. And Randall Cunningham makes this list at number 4 because he paved the way for guys like myself and Donovan.
Damn.
Who came behind. Number 3,
Damn.
Cam Newton. What can I say? Big, strong, fast, Superman when he first came into the league. Broke all types of rushing records. Scored all types of rushing touchdowns. And really was one of the most mobile guys to come in this era. And for him to go out on the field and say he's Superman, he had to live up to that hype. And I seen Cam make a move a couple
arm bars him.
Thank you, Coach. Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
That's it, baby. We gonna roll. Check out. Line 40. Line 47. Oh, yes,
Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Luck. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 84 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Where's the set? 19! 24! Watch the safety creep!
First carry for Darius Geis. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And Geis is going to be stopped short as he did not get the push he needed. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They're going for it. It's Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Darius Geis, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Will Lutz on for the point after. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Bears 6.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
11. Hey, exit. 11-3. Right for that.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Bang. 6-6. Pull it high.
Now Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Squeeze, double.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And an alley to run. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Even. 4 down. Even.
After the run, Luck on a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Play 31.
Back to throw, Watson. This is caught. 15 yards on the play, first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Second and goal from the 1. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
They start on the ground here at Sanders.
You ain't going nowhere.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Move. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
12, 12. 13. 64, weak.
From the 44, Luck, and he finds Tyler Croft. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle.
At the Eagles' 46-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Love. Now they go screen, it's complete. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Love. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 28. There he goes, left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time you had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Twelve. Twist.
A shotgun snap for Love. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. The Bears on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
I got trick this side. We got 3. 11.
From the gun, here's Love. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
We got 4.
They're going to go. It's locked. He finds Beckham complete. 14 yards and a Chicago 1st down.
I'm about to do a disservice to the catch we just saw. One-handed, coming down with it, just like that. Yeah, I know. Odell Beckham Jr. We're used to this, aren't we?
We are.
And that's just...
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Eagles. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Mike, where's the tap? 19! Deuce, 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 deuce. 24, at 31. Hayward. Mike 52.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Flush to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only give up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
33.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
Check out. 90. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good sock, baby. That's a baby sock. 11 Z. Ship 33. 30. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Hey, check Mike 33. Check.
Throwing his lob. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Hey, set.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Set. 50, 19, 52. Hey, here we go.
Watson on first down. Off to Geis on the screen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now it's Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed, indeed.
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Lutz with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run here with Balaj. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. Following the penalty, it's Geis. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Reset. 19. Check. 55. Alert flare. Flare. Check 13. Check 13. And let's go.
Toss play to Balaj. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Kalen Balazs, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
7-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down.
Hey, check out. Green, get this boy. You think you gonna get this?
3rd and long. It's locked. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. Two runs, 2 1-yard losses. This is 3rd and goal from the 3.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Kalen Balazs, he scored on the ground and through the air as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
They can't stop me out here.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Bears on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Luck now to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Luck throwing again. He finds his target, Beckham. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Again, Luck. And he finds Montgomery complete. Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, He just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Watson on the keeper.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they will take a knee here.
Watson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down and goal.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Luck. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Throwing now, Watson. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy,
Little fucking homo.
This and carry it with them.
and as an offensive coordinator,
What?
I just don't think you can do anything wrong.
You actually lost this
pass,
bum?
It's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
The game just ended.
So for the Eagles, they remain as hot as
I beat him
anyone at
62-6. He kept
6-0
calling
now for
timeouts
first
at the end of the
month and
game
a
to keep
half.
it going.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponent.
Fucking had like 3 defensive scores. Ridiculous. What? Wow. Fuck it. +4 short route. Hey, look at that. I guarantee Bears gonna complain about that game. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Oh man, that's funny. Nah, I was chewing clock the entire second half. It was 45-6 at halftime. 45-6 at halftime. Fucking killed him. I think 7. Yeah. He scored a one-play touchdown on me in the beginning of the game, but then he fucking doinked the damn field goal. Yeah, I guess. I had a stupid-ass animation with Collins, and he fucking just ran away for a touchdown. I was like, alright. And then I scored 62 unanswered points. That's funny. Oh, man. Yeah, I scored 28 in the first quarter. 14 in the third, 3 in the fourth. Oh, he didn't throw 7 picks. He had 7 turnovers. Cause I cracked him with Collins like a couple times. He did a fucking quarterback draw with Andrew Luck and he ran right into fucking Collins. I was like, get out of here. He didn't even, like, it would have been fine if he came off of a fucking, you know, he went in between his guards or something, it would have been alright, but he came off tackle on fucking Collins. It's fucking hilarious. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, man. I had 3 interceptions with that safety I traded for with the Niners. He had 2 pick sixes, including 3. Well, he had 3 interceptions and 2 pick sixes. He had 1 last game. He's on like a 3-game streak of touchdowns. No, I said I'm usering him though, so this is like all this shit is me. Like he threw 5 interceptions, so I had 2 forced fumbles. The Eagles? Oh, Bears. I thought you said the Birds. I was like, the Eagles?